Under the glowing neon lights of downtown Manila, the streets were alive with the usual sounds of jeepneys, vendors, and late-night chatter. The crowds moved through the humid evening air without paying much attention to the young street performers setting up near a busy intersection. A few cracked speakers, an old microphone, and a handmade cardboard sign were all they had. Most people assumed they were just another group of hopeful singers trying to earn enough money for dinner. But the moment the first note echoed through the street, everything changed. The lead singer's voice carried an unbelievable emotional power that instantly silenced the noise around them. Passers-by stopped mid-step. Shop owners leaned out of their windows. Tourists raised their phones to record. There was something hauntingly beautiful about the performance, something raw and deeply human that no expensive concert stage could recreate. Word spread quickly online after clips of the performance went viral across social media. Within days, millions of people around the world were asking the same question. Who are these incredible singers from Manila? The viral explosion eventually caught the attention of Simon Cowell, a man known for being brutally honest and extremely difficult to impress. Nobody expected what would happen next. As the singers were invited to perform on an international talent stage, the pressure became overwhelming. For many of them, it was their first time leaving the streets of Manila and stepping into a massive theater filled with cameras, producers, and a global audience. Backstage, nerves nearly consumed the group. Some members admitted they had grown up in poverty, singing on sidewalks simply to survive. One performer revealed that music was the only thing keeping his family hopeful during hard times. Another shared how people constantly mocked them, saying street singers could never become stars. Yet despite the fear, they walked onto the stage together with quiet determination in their eyes. The audience initially applauded politely, unsure of what to expect from a group labeled as street performers. Even Simon Cowell sat back in his chair with cautious curiosity, preparing himself for an average audition at best. But the second the music began, the entire atmosphere shifted. Their harmonies exploded through the theater with astonishing precision and soul. Every lyric carried pain, hope, and resilience. Their voices blended so perfectly that the crowd slowly rose to their feet in disbelief. Camera shots captured audience members crying while others held their hands over their mouths in shock. And for perhaps the first time that season, Simon Cowell himself looked completely speechless. Halfway through the performance, the energy inside the theater became electric. The group transitioned from a soft emotional ballad into a powerful chorus that sent chills across the room. The lead vocalist delivered notes so strong and emotionally charged that the audience erupted before the song had even finished. It wasn't just technical talent people were witnessing. It was authenticity. These singers carried years of struggle in every word they sang. Their performance told a story without needing long explanations. Viewers could feel the hunger, sacrifice, and dreams hidden behind each lyric. As cameras focused on the judges' reactions, people noticed something rare. Simon Cowell had stopped taking notes entirely. His eyes remained locked on the performers with a stunned expression. When the final note echoed across the theater, the crowd instantly exploded into one of the loudest standing ovations of the season. Audience members screamed, cried, and clapped nonstop. Some even jumped onto their seats in excitement. The singers themselves looked overwhelmed, unable to believe the reaction they were receiving. One member covered his face and began crying while another hugged his bandmates tightly. For a few unforgettable seconds, the stage transformed from a competition platform into a life-changing moment of recognition for a group that had once been ignored on the streets of Manila. Then came the moment everyone was waiting for, the judges' comments. Usually known for sharp criticism and impossible standards, Simon Cowell leaned forward slowly, clearly emotional after what he had witnessed. The theater became completely silent. People expected him to analyze technical mistakes or offer tough feedback, but instead, his voice carried genuine admiration. He admitted that performances like this were the reason talent shows still mattered. Simon explained that what made the group extraordinary wasn't only their vocal ability, but their authenticity and heart. He praised the singers for turning hardship into something beautiful enough to move millions of people around the world. According to him, many performers arrive with expensive training and polished production, but very few possess the emotional honesty these Manila singers displayed. His words immediately triggered another eruption of applause from the audience. Other judges echoed the same feelings, calling the audition unforgettable and inspirational. One judge even confessed she had tears running down her face before the song ended. Backstage, crew members later revealed that production staff were crying behind the cameras as well. Social media exploded within minutes after the broadcast aired. Clips of Simon Cowell's emotional reaction spread across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at lightning speed, with fans describing the performance as one of the most powerful moments in talent show history. The days following the performance completely transformed the singers' lives. Interviews, sponsorship offers, and invitations from music producers began flooding in from around the world. What once started as simple street performances in Manila suddenly became an international phenomenon. Millions of viewers connected deeply with the group's journey because their story represented far more than music. It symbolized perseverance, hope, and the idea that extraordinary talent can emerge from the most unexpected places. Fans traveled to the same streets in Manila, hoping to see where the viral singers once performed. Local communities celebrated them as heroes who brought pride and inspiration to the Philippines. Young, aspiring musicians especially saw themselves reflected in the group's struggles. Many people online shared personal stories about how the performance motivated them to keep chasing their dreams despite poverty, rejection, or fear of failure. Even celebrities and professional musicians reacted publicly, praising the group's natural chemistry and emotional impact. Yet despite their sudden fame, the singers remained humble. In interviews, they repeatedly thanked the people who used to stop and listen during their street performances when nobody else believed in them. They also expressed deep gratitude towards Simon Cowell for recognizing their talent and giving them a global platform to share their voices with the world. What made this story unforgettable was not just the shocking talent or the viral reaction. It was the emotional truth behind everything. In an era dominated by flashy entertainment and heavily manufactured performances, these Manila street singers reminded the world of music's real purpose, connection. They proved that greatness does not depend on wealth, expensive equipment, or fame. Sometimes the most powerful voices come from people standing unnoticed on crowded sidewalks, singing only for survival and hope. Simon Cowell himself later described the performance as a rare moment he would never forget, because it captured something truly authentic. Millions of viewers agreed. Long after the applause faded, people continued sharing clips of the audition because it represented something bigger than entertainment. It was about dreams refusing to die even under impossible circumstances. It was about hidden talent finally being seen. And most importantly, it was about ordinary people discovering that their voices mattered enough to move the entire world. The Manila singers walked onto that stage as unknown street performers, but they walked away as symbols of inspiration for millions across the globe. Proof that sometimes the most unbelievable talent is found in the places nobody thinks to look.